A mystery box showed up at my door today. It's from Meghan Markle's company. I don't know who sent it, but I do have 4 suspects. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do a Zoom call with each of these guys, and you and I are going to watch their body language and decide who sent it, because they're all going to say they didn't send it. And I'm so confident with my interrogation skills that at the end of this video, I'll show you who gives us a full confession. I also need a haircut, and that's why I'm wearing a hat. But first, let's find out what's in the box. It says open with care. So I've already opened this, taking the tape off so it'd be easier. And there it is. So it says on the back. Flower sprinkles. Huh? Oh, good Lord. It's a little thing of flower sprinkles. So there's that. The AsEver shortbread cookie mix. Apparently there's no cookies in it. You got to cook them yourself. I won't be doing that, of course. I'll have to get somebody to do that for me. Back there, there's the instructions on the back. AsEver herbal lemon ginger tea. A mother shortbread cookie mix. So I got 2 of these. Wait, there's something else. AsEver apricot spread. Huh? After each interrogation, we'll taste test one product from the box. Suspect number 1, Mark Bowden. Everybody loves this guy. I love this guy. He knows so much about body language and deception it would scare you. However, knowing all of that, does he have the ability to hide deception if in fact he's being deceptive during our Zoom call? Let's find out. There he is. Hey, man.
Easy now. How you doing?
Good. What are you doing?
I actually just got back from a walk with my friend Mike Serini.
Where do you know him from?
I know him. So our kids were at school together.
Oh, okay.
So right back at early Montessori school. He lives round the corner-ish. I mean, a bit further around the corner. I haven't seen him. I mean, I have seen him around because he often drives on the front here. And I'm out watering the garden and, you know, hey, Mike. And,
Yeah.
but I've not spent a lot of time with him for a long time, actually. Maybe it might be as long as 2 years.
Does he live close to you?
Yeah. You just walk down the road here. You go through Sibelius Park, named after Sibelius, and just turn, here's my problem, left. Turn left. Turn left, and he's just got a lovely house. No, the post must get through.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, not much post comes these days, but I've never
before.
A box of biscuits, yeah. Yeah, I've seen a box of biscuits before, yeah.
Doesn't look familiar at all?
No. It looks like, what's it say? AsEver. AsEver. No, what's that? It looks like something that's come from like a gift shop in the Middle East. Looks like something you'd get on the plane back from a trip to Bahrain. It looks like sliced bananas. Shortbread cookie mix.
It's Meghan Markle's cookie mix.
No.
So
that's like cookie. So it's not even, hang on. So it's not even a box of biscuits. It's a mix.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to make them here in a little while.
Excellent. Enjoy your time.
You didn't send it?
Enjoy your time.
You didn't send it?
No, of course not.
What about?
How would I send you? Why in God's name would I send you that?
Because you're funny. And it'd be funny as hell if you sent something like that.
That's not my comedy styling, Scott. That's not. But you know, if you're driving home tonight, you know, use your car.
What about what?
But that's not the comedy stylings of Mark Bowden to send you a box of cookie mix.
Okay. Well, she
No.
also makes this apricot spread that I got.
Okay. Well, enjoy whatever you're going to do with that. That is zero to do with me.
What do you know about tea? Oh, you're British. You know all about tea. I got
Yeah. I know most about it.
ginger tea.
Yeah, ginger tea. That's for when you're not well.
Lemon ginger.
Yeah, it's for when you're not well. That's not a tea for. That's not a. Here's what I'd say. Wherever that's come from, okay, whoever has put, as you're suspecting, I guess you're suspecting somebody has put this package together as, you know, a nod to great comedy. They don't know that there's no way that you would drink lemon and ginger tea with cookies. You want proper tea.
Okay.
Proper English breakfast tea, maybe an Earl Grey would have been fantastic.
Okay.
But lemon and ginger, no, that's not correct.
Do you know anything about that? Would you know anything if maybe somebody talked to you about it and said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send him this.
What you say? You're thinking that somebody talked to me about this?
Yeah. They said, guess what I did?
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
I have zero idea.
First up, let's check out the cookies. My wife isn't here, so I had to have my sister make them for me. So she's the cook. Here we go. They look pretty good. They smell pretty good. Not a bad size. The little things you see in there, those little spots and speckles, that's, they also give you these little flour sprinkles with it. So that's what's in there. But this is a separate thing. It's its own thing. They sent that separately. But let's see. It's not bad. It's really good. It's not too sweet. A little bit of salt and stuff in there, but not a whole lot. Yeah, I like them. This is good. I don't know if it's worth 14 bucks. Then have to have somebody make it for you, or you make it yourself, but it's not bad. No, okay. Thumbs up on the cookies.
It's my vision, and also the success of the brand, I believe, is rooted in the fact that you can feel when I am involved in something. And so because I have been in this state of ideation of what I wanted to have as an offering for so long.
She just said she believes the success of the brand is due to her being involved in it and you being able to feel like she's involved in it. You can feel her involvement in it.
So the success of the brand, I believe, is rooted in the fact that you can feel when I am involved in something.
That's probably the biggest narcissistic statement I've ever heard in my life. There's a lot going on there, and I feel sorry for her because that's when you hear that, man, somebody's not talking to her like she's a normal person. Somebody's not being straight with her because that's not right. Because that's not what's happening with that brand. All right, let's talk about who was lying about sending that package. Well, I know it's not Mark because Mark only showed one cue of, it's not deception, but he was smiling a little bit too much. But in this case, I'm going to give him a pass on that because it's weird for me to be calling up going, hey man, let's do a Zoom call real quick when there's nothing in the pipe for us to be doing. There's no reason for me just to call him and hang around talking, so he knows something's up. And so maybe he got a little bit tickled that I was asking him those questions. And he knows something's up, somebody's done that, but he knows it's not him and he doesn't want me to think it's him. So that may have given him a little bit of the shits and giggles, and maybe that's why he smiled too much. But just for that little instance right there. So I'm going to say it's not Mark. I didn't see anything at all that told me he was being deceptive with me. Suspect number 2, Greg Hartley. He looks mean. And he is mean. He's a big sweetheart, but he's mean. But if I can give him the shits and giggles, I know he'll confess. You won't be able to hide it. He thinks he can, but he can't. Let's see. There you are. Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, not much. What you up to, man?
Hanging out. Nothing really.
I'll show you what I was working on when you call me. Hold on. You'll like it, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, that's the overcam with the two.
Yeah, it's a Corvette engine I'm going to put in that old car. I had to change out the whole front pulleys.
Hang on just one second. Okay, go ahead. I got it. Listen.
Anyway, yeah. There's our interest difference.
Yeah, no kidding.
Outdoors, indoors, outdoors, indoors.
Yeah, remember the great indoors. Well, let me ask you something.
Sure.
You ever seen one of these?
No idea. What is it?
Wait a minute.
Have you taken up some new hobby?
No.
Cookies.
Yeah. It's a cookie mix.
Are you a cookie baker now? Is that what you do?
No. You know anything about that?
Indoor activities, you never know.
I just showed up here at the house. I got this, and I got some this apricot spread, and some little flowers, edible flowers that go on it, and some lemon ginger tea.
Well, everybody to each his own.
You know anything about that?
Why would I know anything about it?
Oh, there it is.
I think it's funny as hell.
So, do you know who makes that?
No idea.
What'd you get?
What's that woman, Martha Stewart?
No, this may help. It was $14. I know that much.
No idea. Well, I'm not paying $14 for some cookie spread. Number one, I don't eat sugar, so why would I buy something made out of sugar for you?
Did you think it's fun?
You know what I buy you? I would buy you almond butter, raisins, oatmeal, or chicken patties. That's what you eat. So why would I buy you cookies?
Oh, so you know what that is?
Nope, no idea. Not even any idea what it is. Seriously. I mean, I was just like, what the hell? My giggle was about what the hell you're trying to show me.
Meghan Markle, that's her cookie stuff.
Well, it wouldn't be my style. If I go send you something from Meghan Markle, it'd probably be when you're in church with a male Meghan Markle impersonator bringing it to you.
Yeah.
Just have a mail. If I could send you something from Meghan Markle, it would probably be bees in a Meghan Markle box, just so you could open it with all that joy that you have for your Meghan Markle products.
I know when you guys did this. I know it was you, Mark, or Chase, or Spidey won.
Well, it wasn't me. You can get rest. I thought it was kind of weird. Usually the new Meghan Markle made all that crap the other day. Why would I get involved with that?
Well, I had to do this. I did a thing with Kenzie Schofield. She's the one that keeps out all the British stuff. And that's how I know about it.
Nope, no idea. Not me.
You sure?
Sure. You're making me smile on. I'm going to skew the hell out of your baseline, man, because I'm laughing at you about thinking I would send you some cookies.
All right. Now let's try the apricot spread. There it is. It's a little bit runny. That might not be a good sign. See? Oof. I don't know what the difference in a spread and a jam is. So that's the famous one on her site is on Meghan's site is some raspberry jam or something. I don't know if it's like this or not. This is like baby foodish. Let's see. All right, here we go. It's really liquidy with the apricot spread. Afraid to bend it over to roll off there. Hang on a second. That's really sweet. Ugh. That's too sweet. For me. You might like it. Do it the Lord. That's too sweet. But the smell isn't that bad. doesn't stink or anything. But this is sourdough toast. That's not good though. I don't personally, I don't like that. Apricot spread, thumbs down, too sweet.
The fact that they trust my final judgment is great on what I want to put out there. But equally, one of the things I've said from the onset, I love being part of the creative process. It's important to me. It's also where I find a lot of joy.
She loves being part of the creative process, and that's where she finds a lot of joy.
It's also where I find a lot of joy.
Well, I understand what she's saying. That's her way of saying, look, I helped create this. I really don't think she did create any of that. I think she probably said, let's throw some stuff around the room, or somebody else did that. She said, what about this? I've made this before. And they made that apricot spread and maybe those little flowers or whatever. But I don't think she's sitting around for hours trying to be creative and thinking up products. I really don't. Now let's talk about Greg. Greg has what's called guilty knowledge. Greg knows something's up. He's talked to the person who sent that thing. He didn't send it. Greg's not the one. He's not the sender. He's not the main guy, but he knows about it. That's why he's acting that way. It's not like we're in some kind of criminal thing. There's nothing really at stake here, except he just doesn't want to tell me because he said, no, I won't say anything. So he's not saying anything, but he's trying to tell me that he knows without telling me he knows. So way too many instances of laughing, trying to mirror me, all that stuff. Yeah, I think he knew what was up from the get-go. He knew what was going on as soon as I called him. As soon as I said, hey man, let's do a Zoom real quick. He knew something was up. So he didn't do it, but he has guilty knowledge, so he knows something about it. Suspect number 3, Chase Hughes. Yeah, he's good looking. He knows all about body language and deception, but can he hide it? Does he have the skills to hide deception? Let's find out.
Hey, dude.
Hey, man. What are you doing?
Well, just finished watching somebody mow.
Yeah, man, you live a charmed life, dude.
It's a lot of property.
Yeah, I know. So what about what'd you have, a beaver out there? What's he doing? You got rid of him?
Come up, they had to drive and drop.
If they're going to bring something like this, what would happen?
What is that?
It looks like some kind of cookie mix or something, doesn't it?
Looks like some French thing. Yeah.
Oh. Does it look familiar at all?
Maybe I've passed it in a store or something.
What about that? That look familiar at all?
Little gray poupon? Nope.
No?
I haven't seen it.
Interesting. You don't know what that is?
No. It looks nice.
Does it? It's Meghan Markle's cookie mix.
Oh, man. I don't know why you would buy that.
Really? I wouldn't. Somebody would have to send that to me to be funny.
Well, I guess it's a benefit, if you use it and you enjoy it. Make a video of yourself using it. Put that on the internet, it'd be fine.
You didn't send it?
I mean, anybody could have sent that to you.
Yeah. They sure could, couldn't they?
I don't know how to use UPS. I don't know how to do that stuff.
Really? You have somebody do it for you, probably.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. You know what Duper's Delight is? We talk about that, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you didn't send this to me?
It looks vaguely familiar, but as far as I know, I didn't personally send that to you at all.
Really? Personally, you didn't go out and put in the thing, or you didn't order it online and have it sent here?
No.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What else is going on?
I heard
Prince Harry is launching a new friendship bracelet line.
Is she? What?
You may want to look out for it.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
No, seriously, did you send this shit?
No, of course not.
Of course, absolutely not. Okay. Just wondering.
I'm not a crook.
Yeah, I know. All right, that's all I got. Now let's try the flour sprinkles. I think what you do is you just put these little things. It's like little dried flowers, I guess. Oh, it smells like hay. Wow. I don't know what you put that on. I guess. I'm afraid to eat. Tastes like it smells. That's a flour sprinkle. You know what we ought to do though? Have an idea. Be right back. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put on Jif. We're gonna put on some peanut butter. This raw honey. And some Hattie B's hot stuff. Hey, it comes in a powder. It's awesome. I put it on everything. See if this will fix it. So let's try. Jif is my favorite peanut butter because I'm a choosy mother. All right, peanut butter. Oh, move this out the way so you can see a little bit of it. Not much honey, just a little bit like that. And just a hint of Hattie B's. And this is the hot. Excellent. So it looks like that. Not that much. Now let's put on these little flowers. See if that works. I don't know how many to put on, how much. I'll do a pinch. And I can't believe I'm doing this because I know better. Oh, Lord. So that's what it looks like. Here we go. Well, I can't tell anything. Maybe it's just for looks. It stinks. Lord. But, yeah. Maybe it's for looks, because it does look kind of cool. But, yeah. The flower things, no, I'm not into that. Flower sprinkles, oh, damn.
The analogy I say is don't bake the cake without me. Meaning, if I'm in the kitchen, I want to be part of making the batter. What's the flavor profile? And there's an entire team that can help put that cake in the oven, but I want to check it before it goes in the oven. And I want to be involved in frosting it and presenting it and the language surrounding it. I love the details of things, and I think that's where a lot of the magic comes in.
Her illustrators are good. It looks like she knows what she's talking about. But there's something not right here. And I think that something is she's parroting what she's heard somebody else say.
What's the flavor profile? Presenting it and the language surrounding it.
Because she doesn't talk about things in that structure. And by that, I mean, she doesn't use similes and metaphors.
The analogy I say is don't bake the cake without me. Meaning, if I'm in the kitchen, I want to be part of making the batter.
Not often at all. When she does, they're not this simple. They're overblown. She's talking about the universe and meanings of things. But when she talks about specifically doing something, a process, she's never, ever, ever talked about that before, as far as I know, in a simile and metaphor structure like that.
And there's an entire team that can help put that cake in the oven, but I want to check it before it goes in the oven. And I want to be involved in frosting it and presenting it and the language surrounding it.
So she's heard somebody else say that. They probably said to her, well, you are part of this. You're part of baking the cake. Our team is doing it, but you're there and you can say, wait, before you put it in, let me check it out and make sure it's okay. When it comes out, we'll let you taste it and make sure it's okay. That kind of thing. So I think that's what gives her the feeling she's part of it, because whoever's driving is giving her that feeling. And they've probably said those things to her. And that's why she's like, yeah, that's me. That's what I do. That's the impression I got from that. Also, even though her illustrators are good and she's gesturing where she should, and we're seeing all little things that look like they're normal, something's not right about the way this delivery is going, because they're way too big for what she usually does. Hers aren't small, but they're not this big. Her entire body doesn't move all the time, moving her hands from here all the way over to here as her body moves too. Go watch that Jamie Kern Lima thing. None of it happened in there. But in here, she's dealing with a real entrepreneur, like a real one, and she's got to up her game. So I believe she's trying to throw her, I hate to say fake confidence, but trying to show she's confident when she's not that confident. You can just see that in there. There's a little twinkle of that fake in there. All right, now let's talk about Chase. All right, as you know, there's a whole lot going on here. A whole lot going on. Just one cue right after the other, right out of the gate. So he knows what's going on too. But is he the guy that sent it? That's the question, because what he's doing is he knows that I suspect him. So that's why he's throwing up all those cues that are like obviously on purpose. And they're so big and they're overdone, which you saw too. That's why he's doing that. Plus he thinks that's funny. Plus I think that's funny. So he knows too. So I'm back to maybe Greg, maybe Greg, but it's one of those two so far. And you'd think, well, there's no question it's Chase so far because of all the cues. But that's what he's doing to show me he didn't do it. Just way too many. And I didn't want to call him out on it and say, man, I know what you're doing, all that, because he knew I knew, as weird as that sounds. So, but then again, he may be doing that for the opposite of that, like reverse psychology. And knowing him, that may be what he's doing. So let me get a look at Spidey, and then I'll know. Suspect number 4, Spidey. This one could be a problem, because not only is he a body language expert and understands behavior and knows how to find deception, he's a mentalist and a magician. And he's really good. He's like one of the top in the world. So he's used to hiding things and redirecting your attention. So will he be able to do that and use those skills if he's the one that's not being honest and hide it from me when I'm talking to him? This could be iffy. Let's find out. There you are. Hey, man.
What's up?
What's going on?
Hanging out. What are you covering this week?
I'm going to do Sherry Papini. And there's nothing there. She's like totally locked down, man.
I don't know.
It's a tough one. She's the one that told everybody she was kidnapped and tortured.
Oh, she's a tough read?
Well, no, because she's so locked down, the smallest things pop right out. I'll send you a link to the thing that I got so you can use it too.
A lot of people I know here have had colds lately, and then a bunch of friends in the States as well. What's going around?
Have you ever seen this kind of thing before?
No.
Hey, man.
AsEver. What is that? Lemon ginger tea.
Yeah.
Apricots. What is that?
You don't know what that is? It doesn't look familiar?
No.
Really?
What are we looking at me like that for?
I'm just wondering if you know what that is. Have you seen that before?
Don't have any idea what that is. But I'm more curious as to why you're asking me what that is and looking at me like that.
See, nobody said anything to you about this? Yeah.
No. AsEver. Put it in focus. Strawberry cookie mix with. What do you? I don't get what's going on here. Is this a magic trick? Are you gonna do a trick for me? You're setting something up?
No. You didn't send that to me?
No.
Look at me. You didn't send that?
No. Deadass. No, I have no idea what that is. What is that? I don't know what it is. What is it?
Somebody sent me this stuff and thinks it's fun.
What is it?
It's cookie mix. This is like Meghan Markle's cookie mix. It's a bunch of Meghan
She has a
Markle.
cookie mix? So I don't know what I'm supposed to say to actually convince you that it's actually not me, but it's not me. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you this. I promise you that up until this conversation, I had no idea that Meghan Markle had a line of cookies and
Stuff.
jam. And what was the other one? Tea.
It's a spread. And I got tea as well. I got
Let me know. Let me know if the tea's any good.
lemon ginger tea. And now, last but not least, the tea. And again, it is the lemon ginger tea. I've been sitting in here since I sat down. It's supposed to be in here 5 to 7 minutes, so it's about right. It's supposed to steep that long. It's kind of cool because these bags actually have the leaves in them. See? That's kind of cool. I thought anyway. I get green tea that way. Smells okay. So, I think I should put some honey in it. I think I'll do that. You know, I see British people putting sugar and honey and stuff in. I'll do a shot of that. Just a little bit. That'll do it. You know, I'm gonna leave it in there. Let's see. Still hot. Oh no, I don't like that. You ever have something that tastes exactly like it smells? That's that. And these. So she's batting 1,000 on things that stink and taste like they stink. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that either. It looks cool, but I don't like it. I don't know. It's too lemony and too gingery. Ugh. I don't like that. It's giving me heartburn already. So for the tea,
So in partnership, while we are every day in the weeds of minutia from packaging and unboxing to the language on a newsletter, which yes, I'm one of the people who's looking at all of that and making sure that it feels reflective of my vision for the brand, it's just a constant dance.
again, she's talking about details, and it's details of things to make sure the packaging is right when you open it and how the things look and all that. There's not that much to do because there's not that much product-wise out there. She's sold out of that stuff fairly quickly, but that's probably because there's not that much of it. So what is there to look at? What is there to check out? You know, I mean, you can only go so far with those things. Everything looks the way it should, but when she's talking, she's not describing things, and her vernacular is different, and her sentence structure is different than it normally is in these other interviews and on her show.
Reflective of my vision for the brand, it's just a constant dance.
Like I said on Kinsey Schofield's show, I think the only reason she did this was to talk about that thing in the hospital where she was supposedly having a baby.
Did you see my baby mama dance?
I mean, stop it. First of all, can I?
She wanted to call attention to that, so the horribleness of that would go away. As she said, "Oh, I know, I think it's goofy too." So I think that was probably the only reason she did this interview.
Did you see my baby mama dance?
And I know she released her products like not long after this, but still, it doesn't ring true the way she's talking and what she's saying. The structure's wrong. The presentation's wrong. If she was a product, you wouldn't buy it. I don't think you are.
Stop it. First of all, can
All right, now let's talk about Spidey. Like I told you before, my concern there was he is a professional magician, my favorite, and he's a mentalist. And I've been to his show, and let me tell you, it's mind-blowing. So I was wondering if he was doing things that would get my mind thinking about something else to misdirect me from him, or the answer that I'm looking for, the cues I'm looking for. But I don't think so. I didn't see anything, not even a hint of, I know what's going on, so no guilty knowledge, that's for sure. And I don't think he did it. I don't think it's him at all, because he's too concerned with the other little things that really don't matter much. Send me the tea. I wonder what it's like, that kind of thing. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is, especially with the look on his face. I saw nothing as far as deception in his face, in his body, in his words, his tone of voice. Nothing was out of place. I can tell he's a little bit tired. They've got a baby over there, a new little baby. So I'm sure he's dealing with that a lot. And I know he was between episodes. Right then when I talked to him, he's been editing all day. So that could have been why he looked a little bit off. And plus it's me, texting him going, hey man, let's do a Zoom real quick. Gotta ask you something. So that might have thrown him off as well, because he's in the middle of a lot of stuff. But I didn't see anything that said at all that he was being deceptive. Not one thing, unless you did. If you did, let me know in the comments, but I didn't see anything. So that takes me back to either Greg or Chase. I don't know how to call that one yet. I don't think, maybe I do. Greg was all shits and giggles the whole time. And then Chase was more, he was giving me so many of those cues on purpose. Like I said, we both knew that I knew he was doing it, and he knows he's doing it, and he thought it was funny, and it is funny. So maybe he's doing that too much, so I won't think that he's the one. So if I was a betting man, I'd say Greg has guilty knowledge and Chase is the guy. Although neither one of them told me that when I was talking to him. I didn't get that far. Couldn't get either one of them to admit it. But I'm going to go with Chase. I'm going to say I think it's Chase.
Okay. Well, overall, it's not bad. 50-50. The cookies were awesome. The apricot spread was way too sweet. It was nasty. That's how sweet it was. And it's all runny and stuff. I'm not into that. These little flowers, good Lord, they stunk. And I really couldn't tell a big difference. You could taste them a little bit, I guess, when you add them with something. And then the tea was, I didn't like the tea at all. Not even a little bit. So let's do this. Since I got 2 boxes of cookies, I'm going to give one away to a subscriber. So somebody who subscribed, you could win. And they're actually pretty good. Out of all of the stuff, the cookies are actually good. I like them. I used to be a fat guy, so trust me, I know.
Hey, man, I know you know, which is why I maybe made it a little more obvious at the end there. But when I was in the military, you got to take a polygraph to do your security clearances. And this guy who did mine, it was always the same guy, almost always. But he always told me at the end of every single time I took a polygraph, he said, "You make a horrible car salesman," every time. So enjoy the muffins, cookies, whatever they are.
There you have it. If you have any questions about body language, just email me, bodylanguagequestions@gmail.com, and I'll get right on it.